Hello, Dolphin fans. This is Joe Bailey from Lake Worth, one of the Dolphin super fans. I've been a fan for 50 years, and over the 50 years, I've accumulated some pretty cool stuff. And I talked to John Evanson the other day, and he said, "Hey, Joe, why don't you just make a little video of your stuff?" So we're gonna go for it here. Let's take a look at some of the stuff I've accumulated. All right, here we go. All right. That's the seat I sat on in Hard Rock Stadium for 20 years. I'm always a Dan Marino guy, by the way. That's Marino's 1984 Pro Bowl jersey. That's London, the game we beat the Raiders. The other game I went up there, we got beat by the old New Orleans Saints. And that's the seat I sat on in the Orange Bowl in the end zone for 30 years. That's Bob Matheson, the 53 defense, if everybody remembers that. This is the champion wall. All the champions right here. Super Bowl 7, Super Bowl 8. And it's the old Super Bowl cruise I went on. That's Mercury Morris. And there's old Ricky, signed Ricky. And over here, we got old Dolphin Denny, if anybody remembers him. He was really the best guy we ever had, as a fan. That's old Larry Zonka. And then this ball here is pretty cool. It's a Super Bowl cruise I went on, signed by Jim Kick, and I was hanging out with A.J. Dewey and Gale Sayers and Kenny Stabler that day. That was pretty neat. And then we got a hard hat here by Mercury Morris and John Offerdahl and Randy McMichael and Zach Thomas. Here's old Dan. Everybody remember that game? That game was a heck of a thing. I stayed an extra hour after the game just to relish in it. And there's some footballs. You got OJ, you got Richmond Webb's cleats, you got Ndamukong Suh, Jim Kelly there. And over here we got some Merino stuff. This is on my Merino wall with Merino ball, Merino helmets, and all the Merino stuff. And there we got OJ Duffy's shoes and Bobby McKean's ball. And this right here is really cool, man. This is a actual film from the 1971 season. The whole tape of the whole season. That was the year we went to the Super Bowl the first time against the Dallas Cowboys. I found that at a yard sale once. It's the Super Bowl I went to, Super Bowl 23. And then over here, we're getting into the undefeated stuff. So here is signed by all the Hall of Fame guys of the old times. The Bob Greasy, the Zonka, the Don Shula, the Nick Bonacanis. This ball here, I went to this 20th reunion and had all the guys sign this. And it's signed by everybody but Jake Scott and Wayne Moore. That's old Bob Kuchenberg's ball there. This is Don Shula. And then this table here, isn't that pretty cool? I actually did that one. That was a project I made one time. Over here, this is the 50 wall. This was last year, my 50th season. I made a little wall out of it and all the stuff that I did that year. And it was a pretty good year for me. With a lot of away games. I was in Sports Illustrated. And I tried to commemorate with all these pictures. You can see all the really cool things. And over here, you got Sean Wooden's gloves. And then there's old Joe Bailey when I was skinnier. And that's the actual ball that I got from Tom Garfinkel, signed by Mark Clayton at the Dallas Cowboy game last year. All right, now let's go on into the other room, the bigger one. All right, we're going in here now. And I got so much stuff, it's not funny. So you got Brian Cox up there, and this memorabilia, tons. That's Jeff Cross's arm pads. That's old Chambers, Merino again. And then over here, let's see what we got here. Got Jeff Cross. And then you got old Zach Thomas right there, which should be in the Hall of Fame, by the way. That guy was one of the best of all time. I don't know why he's not in the Hall of Fame. And if you go through these doors, you got that to ride around in the neighborhood and represent. Everybody's had one of these. It used to be Pittsburgh Steelers colors, but I just repainted it. So anyway, this is a sign you'll see when I'm in the end zone, the west end zone, first row, right between the goalposts. You'll see this sign hanging there, and it'll change. The numbers will change every time, and I've been 50 years and attended 428 games, and I've only missed 2 home games in 50 years, and I'm pretty proud of that. I'm just hoping that things change around. So now we're about 3 days from the draft, and everything could change for the Dolphins. They picked the right picks. We're going to be back. And if we come back, we're going to get another one of these because that's what we're missing. All right? All right. Well, thanks a lot for watching. Talk to you later.